Afghanistan's mountains rise like jagged teeth, a silent warning to all who dare to enter. These formidable peaks have stood as sentinels for centuries, guarding the land with an unyielding presence. These are not gentle hills, they are brutal peaks that tear at the sky. Their sheer cliffs and rugged terrain challenge even the most experienced climbers and adventurers. Below, deserts stretch endlessly, where the sun beats down and the wind whips sand into storms. These deserts are vast and unforgiving, a stark contrast to the towering mountains above. This is a land of extremes, wild beauty and immense danger. The juxtaposition of harsh deserts and towering mountains creates a landscape that is both breathtaking and perilous. The valleys, sometimes green, are often narrow and treacherous, easily turned into traps. These valleys can be deceptive, offering a false sense of security before revealing their true perilous nature. The landscape seems designed to break armies and humble kings, a natural fortress defiant for centuries. Its ruggedness has thwarted countless invasions and resisted numerous conquerors. Imagine marching an army here. Steep paths, sudden weather shifts, scarce food and water, and supply lines stretched thin. The logistical challenges alone are enough to deter even the most determined invaders. The very ground becomes an enemy. Loose rocks and unstable paths can turn a simple journey into a treacherous ordeal. This landscape is Afghanistan's first and most formidable defender. Its natural barriers have protected its people and culture for generations. It isolates communities, making central control, especially by foreigners, nearly impossible. The isolation fosters a strong sense of independence and resilience among the inhabitants. Each valley can become a separate kingdom, each mountain pass a new front line. The geography creates natural divisions that are difficult to bridge. The mountains and deserts are not just a backdrop, they are active participants in history. They have shaped the course of events and influenced the outcomes of countless conflicts. Understanding this land is the first step to understanding why it has remained unconquerable. Its geography, climate, and the resilience of its people all contribute to its enduring legacy. Afghanistan is called the graveyard of empires, a title earned through centuries of failed conquests. From the Persians and Greeks to the British, Soviets, and Americans, powerful armies have marched in, only to retreat in defeat. The pattern is consistent initial success, then endless resistance. Geography, a decentralized society, and a culture of fierce independence create a perfect storm for invaders. Every village can become a stronghold, every farmer a fighter. The name is a warning. Afghanistan is where empires go to die. It's a source of pride for Afghans and a lesson for the world. The weight of this history is a powerful force in itself. Afghanistan's geography is its greatest defense, a natural fortress forged by the towering Hindu Kush mountains. These ancient peaks have stood for millennia, shaping not just the land, but the very history and fate of those who live here. The mountains rise abruptly from the earth, their jagged ridges forming a nearly impenetrable barrier that has long protected the heart of Afghanistan from outside forces. These peaks, among the world's highest, divide the country into isolated regions, each with its own unique culture and traditions. Even if an invader manages to take control of one area, projecting power beyond the mountains is nearly impossible. The terrain breaks up armies, disrupts communication, and makes unity among invaders a constant challenge. Narrow passes like the legendary Khyber are perfect for ambushes. A handful of determined defenders can hold off entire armies. The mountains funnel movement, making surprise attacks, and guerrilla tactics devastatingly effective. Extreme weather, snow in winter, floods in summer, turns logistics into a nightmare, stranding troops and supplies for weeks or even months. Beyond the mountains, deserts like the Registan offer little water or shelter, stretching supply lines thin and exposing invaders to the harsh elements. These vast, arid expanses funnel armies into predictable routes, making them easy targets for defenders who know the land intimately. Afghanistan's crossroads location means it's surrounded by powerful neighbors, giving resistance groups places to regroup, resupply, and return to the fight. Geography doesn't just make invasion hard, it enables resistance to outlast any empire, turning the land itself into a shield and a sanctuary. The land itself is a weapon, shaping the destiny of all who enter. This is why Afghanistan remains unconquered, a fortress made by nature and defended by those who call it home. Even Alexander the Great, after conquering Persia, was stymied by Afghanistan. Expecting swift victory, he instead faced relentless guerrilla warfare, no grand battles, just ambushes and hit-and-run attacks. Local chieftains like Spitamenes attacked supply lines and vanished into the mountains. Alexander's troops, used to open-field victories, grew exhausted and demoralized. Brutal reprisals only fueled more resistance. After years of frustration, Alexander turned to diplomacy. Alliances, marriages, and founding cities. He never achieved total control, leaving troops behind to maintain a fragile peace. His experience set the pattern for all future invaders. The land and its people refused to submit. Even the greatest general could not conquer Afghanistan by force alone. The lesson was clear: this land is different. In the 19th century, the British Empire stood as the world's most powerful force, its reach spanning continents. Yet, even at its height, it suffered humiliating defeats in the rugged mountains of Afghanistan, a land that would prove to be its undoing. Seeking to block Russian influence in Central Asia, British forces invaded Afghanistan, hoping to secure their empire's borders, and installed a puppet ruler in Kabul, believing this would ensure stability. But initial success quickly turned to disaster. The fiercely independent Afghan tribes rose in revolt, launching a relentless campaign of resistance against the foreign occupiers. The infamous 1842 retreat from Kabul became a symbol of imperial hubris. An entire British column, thousands strong, was massacred in the snowy mountain passes. Only one survivor, Dr. William Brydon, staggered into Jalalabad to tell the tale. Despite repeated invasions and costly campaigns, the British never managed to break Afghan resistance or truly control the land. After 3 brutal wars, the British were forced to accept Afghanistan's independence, marking a rare defeat for the empire. The British learned a hard lesson: winning battles and capturing cities meant little against a people fiercely determined to remain free no matter the cost. The experience left deep scars on the British psyche, haunting military leaders and shaping imperial policy for decades. Afghanistan's fearsome reputation only grew. Here, even the world's greatest empire was brought to its knees, humbled by the unyielding spirit of the Afghan people. The land's harsh terrain and its proud defenders proved unconquerable, defying every attempt at domination. And so, Afghanistan's legend as the graveyard of empires was born, echoing through history as a warning to all who would try to conquer it. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, expecting a quick victory. Instead, they faced a nationwide resistance, Mujahideen fighters using the mountains to their advantage. The Soviets controlled cities, but the countryside belonged to the guerrillas. U.S. Subhalsambainen no. Your sign, Juramistas, my missiles turned the tide, downing Soviet helicopters and shifting the balance. The war became a costly, bloody stalemate, a Soviet Vietnam. After nearly a decade, over 15,000 Soviet soldiers were dead, and the superpower withdrew in defeat. The war drained the Soviet economy and morale, hastening the USSR's collapse. Once again, Afghanistan outlasted a superpower. The graveyard of empires claimed another victim. The lesson: overwhelming force cannot conquer this land. After 9/11, the US and allies invaded Afghanistan with unmatched technology, drones, satellites, special forces. The Taliban fell quickly, but as the mission shifted to occupation, old patterns re-emerged. Insurgents melted into the population, using simple tactics to outlast high-tech armies. Technology won battles, but not hearts and minds. Civilian casualties and cultural misunderstandings fueled resentment and resistance. After 20 years, the US withdrew. The Taliban returned to power almost overnight. Even in the 21st century, Afghanistan proved unconquerable. The land and its people endured where technology failed. Afghanistan's resistance is rooted in its people and culture. Tribal loyalties, not central government, define Afghan society. Ancient codes like Pashtunwali emphasize honor, hospitality, and revenge. An attack on one is an attack on all, sparking cycles of resistance. Foreign armies often violate these norms, fueling endless conflict. Stories of past resistance are passed down, making defiance a sacred duty. Every man can be a warrior. Loyalty is local, and autonomy is prized. This culture combined with the land forms an unbreakable defense. Why has no empire ever controlled Afghanistan? The answer lies in geography, culture, and history. The land's mountains and deserts form a natural fortress, isolating communities and exhausting invaders. Afghan culture, built on tribal loyalty and fierce independence, resists central control. History itself inspires resistance. Each failed invasion adds to the legend. Conquering Afghanistan is one thing, holding it is another. These three forces, land, people, and memory, are inseparable. The harsh landscape shapes the culture. Shared history strengthens identity. Together they explain Afghanistan's enduring sovereignty. The will of a people, rooted in their land and traditions, can outlast any empire. To understand the world, you must understand its history. Afghanistan's story is a lesson for all.